All right, we should be live any second now. I don't expect anybody to show up, but it's more or less just me talking to myself, I guess. Scheduled for November 1st. That's today. All right. And yeah, there we go. And we are live. So, first let me get this out of the way. Hello, everybody. Rick, how are you? Helen, how are you? We'll give it a few seconds. I've got some major things I have to address. And they're not the easiest things to talk about. Let's put it that way. Dennis, Downriver Rick, how are you? Mr. Land of Laughs. Uh-oh. Mr. Land of Laughs. Where is this land of laughs, may I ask, my dear friend? Maz! Zeblik. Steph! Oh, man, yeah. We got them all prominent. So, Flying Wombat, 59. How are you? So let's get right to it. Let's not beat around the bush here. I don't know how to say this, so I'm going to try. Recently, I have been worrying about everybody else so much that you kind of forget to take care of yourself. And at nearly 60 years old, I should have probably took a little bit better care of myself. Unfortunately, I have some health issues going on very soon that are not good. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you right now. I don't want anybody's well wishes. I don't mean to sound like an ass, but I really don't. Don't put anything in the comments. Don't say anything. All I'm saying is I have some health issues and I have to address them. On November 10th will be the last vlog because I'm not going to be doing vlogs anymore. I'm going to do something different. But I have a major announcement on the 10th that I will be announcing to all of you. And it's going to have to do partly with some of the things that's going on with me. But for the most part, it's a pretty serious thing. And I'm not going anywhere or anything like that. I just... I got to take care of me a little bit. I've spent so much time when the Queen was sick, and then Amanda, and I've got something going on with one of the grandkids that we're hoping turns out okay. Seems like there's just been a black cloud for ever since I've done this, and I've been held back by so many things, and I've had so many ideas and things that the only thing that's held me back, because I'm someone, and I mean this sincerely when I say this, it's the easiest thing in the world to say, I quit. And I never have been able to do that. So I never do say I quit. In anything I do in life, I've had some setbacks, but I'm where I'm at. And I'm happy here. I'm happy with what I do. It brings me peace in my life. And people wonder, well, you got to slow down. You're doing a video every day. You come home. This is my life. This is my thing. I think of, the wonderful sponsor I have. My great friend, Aldi, who is the world to me. I can't tell you how much this guy means to me. But, I've had to make some choices here on the channel. Things aren't going to change that much. It's just how we go about certain things and do certain things. And I'm taking something off my shoulders that I'll talk to you about on the 10th when I do it. And I think you'll all understand, and I'll explain it and how this is going to help the channel going forward, as well as just making sure I take care of me. Now, with that said, let's move to other things that and there'll be more about this on the 10th, but I've really pushed myself to limit these last 4 years, for a number of reasons, for charities, for people, and let's just face it. Some people have been very, very good to me. Other people have slapped me right in the face. Okay, I've made no bones about it. I'm somebody that shoots from the hip, and I don't worry about anything. There are some good people in this world, and there are just some really, really awful people that don't get what we try to do. I work in a job every day where I see tons of bad people, and I do this because I want to see the good people. I want to see the good in the world instead of have to see the bad in the world. And, well, there's bad everywhere. And you can't have evil unless you have good. And you can't have good without evil, because then the words wouldn't mean anything. So I think that's one thing I've learned, if anything. So let's get to lighter-hearted things. Okay, we got that out of the way. Aldi is a mensch. I love that guy. Salt of the earth. I talked to him for an hour today. We had some problems with me getting on the site during the week. It was really weird. My rights were taken away. And I'm like, okay, did they let me go? Am I not with Board Game Geek anymore? Well, no, that's not the case. Something weird happened, and then yesterday I was able to get into the site. So next week we're doing 2 painting videos on Board Game Geek. It'll be Tuesday and Wednesday to make up for this week. And the week before was because of Essen. The other thing I had to say, I had a whole list of things. Crowbar. That's the other thing I want to talk about. Hi, the Wallaces. How are you? With Crowbar, we promised to do a live play. We're going to be doing it, like I said, I had something very innovative and I hope ahead of its time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the live play and I'm going to tape it. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to replay that on Board Game Geek with, I've been trying to get a hold of Mark and Herman Lutman, the designer, to come on, and we're both going to break down my playthrough of it, of this fantastic game, and talk about the things I could have done better, some of the mistakes I might have made, some of the things that are just bad luck, and some of the things that are good luck, and just kind of talk. And while we're learning this beautiful, beautiful experience, try to have the guy that designed it and or out there answering your questions, and also talk a little bit about what his motivation was. And I think that's a different look at things, as the game's going on, and being able to stop the video and go, hey, well, okay, we can go back a little bit and look at this, and try to keep it nice and condensed and clean, and keep it under an hour change. It's something I want to do going forward, and I think it really brings this experience to everybody in a different light. So it's a heck of an idea on my part. It's a little bit of work, but it's some of the games I want to do. Now, the other thing is, normally I have a video for Saturday, and if you notice, I started backing off on Sundays as far as doing vlogs. There'll be no more vlogs. We're going to do something, a weekly wrap-up that will hold for about 10-15 minutes, and just talk about the things that you liked from this week and the things that you didn't like and you'd like to see changed, or maybe I could do better. My idea in my head is, there is almost 12,000 of you out there. And what can I do to make you a closer community, okay, that we can do things together and really make this not a plastic show like so many do. Okay, you got so many of them that follow this same kind of rigmarole. Listen, if you've been around here, that doesn't work here. Okay, we are the innovators. We do not follow. We do not go to the cult of the new. We do not play things. One game I wanted to play was Wingspan, but I couldn't get a hold of a copy. And I said, one day I'll play it, but I'll play it after all the hype's gone. and I'll give my thoughts on it when the hype's gone. Same thing with Tapestry. Jamie Stigmeyer makes some fantastic games, but I do not try to fall for the hype, and just bring, you get flooded with the same game. There's 1,000 videos out there of the same doggone game. And what I try to do is build you something that, okay, we'll get to that game, but we'll get to it in our, there are games that we do put out that come right out. Like next week, you're going to see Cthulhu Death May Die, how to paint it. And I can't review it unless we have it all painted. I almost have it finished too, and it looks great. I put some pictures up on Instagram and whatever that other channel is. Twitter. Yeah. Oh, I hate Twitter. But I use it because, you got to try to stay a little relevant, okay? So, Beans and Dice podcast. Yeah, building community is big on my heart. Okay. I agree. But we do it. We get it done here. And it was our mission statement from the very beginning to do such a thing and to pull back the curtain and show you all everybody. But getting back to where I was, because here I go dancing all over the place like I normally do. Saturday and Sundays, there will be no more taped videos. I have to pull back a little bit. And Carlos. Okay. Yeah, I remember you, Carlos. Boy, I want to say something, but I can't. And maybe one day I'll tell the story. So we'll save that one. So anyways, War and Pieces. I found that by doing War and Pieces once a week is not enough anymore. I am so backed up on stuff from War and Pieces. It's kind of mind-boggling. So we're just going to mix it in. Friday will be a normal War and Pieces day. So we're just taking it from Saturday, moving it to Friday. And then I'm going to sprinkle some of those in to kind of catch up. Because we've got a lot of... just right here, I have a couple of things. We're going to go over, Navajo Wars. Okay? We got Wing Leader, the new one that just came out. Stalin, World War III. I have so many war games. Combat, you're going to be seeing next Saturday, I think, or next Friday. We got this monster here. Tank Duel. This is going to be live. This is going to be a great solo play that we're going to play together. I'm going to try. I think this one I want to do live. Just really go through it and have you help me with the decisions that we're going to be making. I do miss more War and Pieces, but I don't want to beg or complain. Do what you want to do. The funny thing about it, Kabuki, I want to do more on War and Pieces. I was afraid that you guys would get sick of War and Pieces. It's just, I have so much now that I have no choice but to add a ton of it in. And just under here, I've got a ton. We got Storms of Steel that we're going to be doing. You saw the review for that this week. We've got this from Dennis. Our good friend Dennis sent this to me, and I've been reading up. Yes, I opened it. It was actually sealed. This game is from like 1992. Yes, 92. And I saw that without my glasses. Phase Line, old GDW games. I ended up buying out a collection of somebody's stuff, and holy cow! We have to do more, and I'm going to do the thing. Like I said, I'm going to do the things I want to do. But I have so much stuff to do. This is the first time that we're going into the slow season that I don't know if I can cover it all by the time we get to the convention season, because I've already got months planned. We are going to be doing some things. I've set, like I said, I set up these cameras. We've got 5 cameras now to cover things that we normally don't cover. And we are going to do some wonderful things. And I hope you enjoy it. I know I will. So, and basically, if I'm enjoying it, it's going to show on the screen. And that's the most important thing. You can't fake it. You know what I mean? Now, I'm going to be going to Board Game Geek Con Yes, that is coming the 20th to the 24th. So if you're going to be in Dallas, Texas, please come by and say hi to everybody. I believe Rodney Smith's going to be there. Rado's going to be there. Chaz is going to be there. There's going to be just a ton of just wonderful people there. And make sure that you stop by and say hi to everybody. And if you get time, see me, because it's one of this year I'm going to do what I always do. I always feel that if I go to a convention, or I'm blessed enough to go someplace that you guys aren't able to go, that I always try to turn on the camera and give you the feel as if you were there with me. And for me, that's sharing so much with you. Wish I were going to be there. Had fun at... Do you want to go, Helen? Because do you want to go? If you want to go, all you have to do is just get your plane ticket. There. See, that's how we do it with Helen. I always try to take good care of Helen. But Helen, just know that Wrestle Club is on Saturday night. And I'm going to be part of Wrestle Club. That's when we do things. We'll talk later, Helen. We'll see what we can work out here. Let's talk after the show. Okay. I always try to... Maybe she wants to go in the spring. But last time we were able to, get a room and get her all set, and she had a good time. And it meant a lot to have the girls there, to have Tina and her there. I always enjoy your con coverage. Thank you, Gary. Well, that's what means so much to me. Mr. Land of Laughs. That may be the greatest name ever, dude. That is just a cool... Damn, why didn't I think of that one? But bringing that to you, the behind the scenes, seeing some of the things that people try to... I always try to pull back the curtain and just make you experience the things I do, because we're all one together, and for me, that's what matters the most. And who knows? I'm going to go as long as I can. That's all I can tell you. And just try to share with you, because you all mean something to me, each and every one of you. The auction. Let's talk about that. That ends on noon on the 3rd of November. Today is the 1st, remember. And Eldridge Aaronhall. Greetings all. Good to see you, Rob. Well, good to see you, my friend. It ends on the 3rd. The lots are very reasonable. Nobody's gone crazy, bidding crazy. There's a lot of good stuff. The only one that doesn't have a bid is lot 7. Okay. And that was with Photosynthesis, Ethos, which is a really underrated game. It's very good. And then some card game I forgot about, and then another war game card game. But I'm going to add some things to it, so maybe somebody will put in a bid at novaprime860@hotmail.com. We're going to add Terror Below. We're going to add Super Punch Fighter. And I'm going to throw in Wacky Racers. So I'm going to add that. And hopefully that'll attract some people to put in a good bid. And, try to do the best you can with the bids, because all the proceeds will be going to charity. I love Ethos. Played it just a week ago. It's very good. I really like the whole thing about that. It really is a good thing. Auction, is there a link in the description? I'm sure Helen will put one now that you asked, Eldridge. But there's a video that shows about the auction. Make sure you check it out. I think it went up on Monday. If you go back 4 videos, you'll see I say auction is back. And it's really, really good. I am a newcomer to your channel less than a month ago. Well, Flying Wombat, we're glad to have you here. Now, how does the auction work? I'll tell you real quick. You email me at novaprime860@hotmail.com. You take a look at one of the lots. There's 7 lots. There, Helen just put... Helen, I love her very much. She has been with me and stuck with me. And The girls have helped me through so much. I'm just so blessed. And Kabuki, I mean, I can go on and on with the people that I see out there and how much you mean to me. And it's been so hard to tell you that I am really not well. And it's pretty serious. So we're going to just do the best we can. That's all we can do. And just knowing that you guys have been there and have been so much to me, right here. So thank you. But please don't think I'm weak or anything like that, because I will still knock the shit out of people. I still can. I still got some in the tank. I think I got a couple in the tank. So all you passive aggressive people, and you know who you are, try it. I got 2 left, I think. I'm just having some fun here, as always. I just started my Dungeon Saga solo run 2 weeks ago. Thanks, Rob, for the reviews. Well, Raid... I gotta put on my glasses. I'm so sorry. Old age. It has been... Of course, these are the wrong glasses that I put on. Rage 3N... I'm sorry, I can't make it out, but... Raiden with the 3 backwards. I got it. Okay. Cool. Hey, I'm glad to help. That's the whole reason I do this, is try to, I paint so you guys can feel what I express in these figures and what they mean to me and how I express it. The whole point was to get you guys to pick up brushes and things like that, not show off, not to put fancy music behind things and be a show off. And that isn't pointed towards anybody. Raiden, thank you. It's a little far away. I should have pulled the thing a little farther. I wanted to color your worlds and show you my imagination and how I see things. And I did. I wanted to do the same thing with war games and board games and pen and paper games and things that you can just use your imagination instead of... Oh, listen, I love video games. I play them to this day. As a matter of fact, I get shot up at Call of Duty all the time. Don't kill anybody, but I get shot up real good. But I wanted to show you what I grew up with the only thing that went in my deepest, darkest times in my childhood, that the things that kept me going, when people don't like you, when you feel ostracized, when you don't feel good about yourself, when a number of things in life happen, that you can always fall back and be strong for yourself and find things that you can use your imagination and go to a different place and work through things and think things through and just get away from sometimes the world and then come back to it when you're ready to deal with it. There are no safe zones in life, okay? People want to believe that, oh, well, this is my safe zone. Well, no, there isn't. That's not how life works. Life is natural selection. The bullies will try to bully. The strong will succeed, and the weak will die. And the thing is to always believe in yourself. Never say I quit. Keep going. Go forward. Find something that you can cling up, because it comes to you. It's a funny thing about life. And I'm telling you, I sound like an old grandfather, because I am. And I don't fit in to the board gaming community so much because I'm such an old man. I'm a really old guy. I'm not a young, good-looking guy showing you games and things like that, or I can't relate that much as I try to certain generations, but I try. But I can tell you one thing about life, and it's hard, and you're going to get things thrown at you, and you can't just claim and cry, oh, poor me. You have to get up. You have to brush off. You have to find the strength within of who you are and what is going to make you, and define yourself and go forward and face it. Whether you lean back, it's okay to lean on something, on a person, on a game, on you find strength from the weirdest things, and when you need it most, that's when you will hear it. That's when it'll come to you. Okay? Never give up. Never surrender. get that one. Greatest movie of all time. My wife hates that because I say almost every movie is the greatest movie of all time. We'll watch a movie that I will just stop, like The Fugitive. I go, Tam, that is the greatest movie of all time. Galaxy Quest will be on right after that. You know something? That is the greatest movie of all time. I would love to see my list of the greatest movies of all time. Outlaw Josie Wales, greatest movie of all time. I don't know. You know, and through these last 4 years, when Tiana was very, very sick and we didn't have an answer, I leaned on this channel, and it was always here for me when I needed it the most. Also, not a bad Triumph song. Oh, yeah, good one. I don't know. You know, when I think of Triumph, that's one of the... Never Surrender was not one of my favorite songs. It would not make my top 10. If... They're all the greatest. Yes, they are, Kabuki. If I had to pick... now, for some of you, this may not be. We all know the real greatest movies of all time is Godzilla. Well, I mean, yeah. Raiders of the Lost Ark, greatest movie of all time. Godzilla, the original. Not the one with Raymond Burr. The Japanese one, Godzilla. Greatest movie of all time. Well, I could think of a lot of greatest movies. But getting back to Triumph, if I... Never Surrender would not even make my top 10, I think. Good song. I think when I think of Triumph, I think Magic Power, of course, got to be in the top 10. Lay It on the Line has to... It's in the top 5. Let me see. Follow Your Heart has to be in the top 5 because it's personal. Boy, there's so many good ones. Never Surrender has some great hooks and jazz fusion guitar licks. I think when they really let it loose, though, boy, you know, you think Lay It on the Line, Say Goodbye, which was a great video, you know, in the early MTV days. Oh God, what's that one? Oh, see, I got to think of the name of it. If looks could kill, she would. Rick Emmett is highly underrated. Great Canadian band. Oh, I can't think of that damn song. But, yeah, there you go. It was a shame that you know, that they're a very underrated band. And, I when you think of Allied Forces, that was another good one. That song is good, too. Dependent Man, yep. That's another one. Jeez. I don't know if we should go movie or music right now. It's kind of hard. We kind of bounce back and forth. Tell me the original 1974 Planet of the Apes is not a great movie. At the very end, when he falls to his knees and he sees it, like one of the shocking endings. Just got physical graffiti today on vinyl. Nice. Look at you. Yeah, Led Zeppelin was good. They were one of my favorite bands of all time, though. I was a big Rush guy. I was into progressive metal music like crazy. King Crimson. One of my heroes of all time is John Wetton. And when he died, I swear that ripped my soul out. David Bowie, when he passed, that hurt a lot. And I wouldn't think it would bother me. I think the Bowie thing bothered me more because of my uncle. And I think you guys know how much... Oh, 68. You know what I'm thinking of, Kabook? I'm thinking Battle. Battle was 74. But Battle was 74, wasn't it? Or was it Conquest was 74? Ooh, tough call. And Tom Sawyer is like my least favorite song from Rush. But Yes fan. You know how my uncle influences this channel. It's kind of weird. It has, if this channel, if you had, this is Ziggy Stardust and the Spider from Mars here. This is what this channel basically is, with Mr. Rogers thrown in. And if you put that all into a bowl and mixed it up, I mean, that's the channel, if you really think about it. 2112. I was just going to say that, Wallace. 2112. All right, let's do this. All right. We're gonna do something. I'm gonna name something. We're gonna put the top. We're gonna do our top 5 of it. Let's see if we could do this. All right, and do it pretty quickly. Trees, another great. Top five songs from Rush, if I had to put them into perspective. Number 5 for me is a song that came off. It's the last song out of their latest album because it just tells me where I play it every time I get on a plane. So every time I'm coming on a convention, there are 2 songs I play, and it's out of superstition more than anything else. It's the Doobie Brothers, Listen to the Music, because I'm always flying in the morning, and when the sun's coming up, that's the music. That's the song that reminds me of when I was a kid riding on my bike, going to the pit to play baseball. That song would always be on. Okay. The second song is a Rush song, and it is The Garden, okay? And this song basically tells me how I am and where I am in my life. And that's one of the... Now, is it the greatest Rush song? No, but when you listen to pull it up. You guys all have the internet. Pull it up and look at the words. And it talks how you tend the garden and how time is the most cruelest of things, and here I am at this point of life. And it's funny, it's the last song on the last album that they'll ever make, and I think they planned it that way. And there you go. Spirit of Radio means the world to me. 2112 is ridiculously good. Farewell to Kings is just so freaking good. That entire album. Free Will, that's got to be a top 10. YYZ, the Red Barchetta is probably it tells a beautiful story, as always. The Twilight Zone, I always found amusing. That was just from the 2112 album. A little deeper cut that I really liked. God, Limelight has to be my number 1. There's just something special about that song. Talk about a relevant song to content creators. Losing It. Yes. Losing It. Oh, it's just such a melodic melody. And then just saying how she just falls. Oh, God. It's just something. La Villa Starango. I can never say that, but it is just another fantastic song. Music is not my thing. Listening. That's all right. Xanadu, Kubla Khan. That's I was going to point out Working Man, Passage to Bangkok. Wow. How do we make a top 5 out of that? Well, how about this? If you had to pick a decade, can you put a top entry novice? There are secrets to each other. Natural Science. Oh. They've never made anything bad in my eyes. That's all I can say. Countdown. How about Countdown? It's so poetic how they just talk about the space shuttle. Ugh. It just sucked me in. Sleeping White Dragon. Hey, Godzilla lover. So if you had to pick a top 5 movies from the 70s, top 5 movies from the 80s, top 5 movies from the 90s, and then try to pick top 5 movies out of all that. Boy, what a stream that would be. We'd be here for about 2 hours. Too many to name. They have over 180 songs. Very true. Signals was a good one too. Sure was. The 70s was Rush's best to me. Yeah. Boy. It's hard to just put it all into perspective. I did have a few other things that I wanted to talk about, I think. Life. Oh, yeah. Well, the main thing is that make sure that you guys tune in for the very last. Okay. I saw that. That was a movie that should have never, even though you watch it, Rollerball, and it is completely dated and needed an upgrade, the remake was horrible. James Caan was phenomenal in there. Jonathan, you will not play against... He goes, why not? And then all he wanted to do was see his wife that he loved. And then the most cruel part of that movie wasn't the guy getting the fist behind the head. It was how they were talking. And a lot of these 70 movies, when you talk about the environment, and the environment was good back then, and you look at it now, how we have all these things going on, and you watched how, like I watched it not too long ago, and how they were just shooting, they were blowing up those trees, and they were the last few trees, and it actually hurts to watch, because when you think of trees and how beautiful they are, and the story that sometimes they tell, like looking at this one tree, like I did this video the other day where I just saw this, and I just sat out here one day, because sometimes I'll just come out here and sit, and just like this, I'll put the damn tree right there, and I'm actually gonna show you exactly what I did. Oh well, that's not what I did. I just kind of zoom out. Yeah, it was just me and this ridiculous tree. And I'm just sitting here looking at this tree and trying to figure out what story I can tell with this tree. And I came up with this harebrained idea. So I painted this guy and started to build a story. And then I got this guy, and I decided I'm going to tell this incredible story all about this tree somehow. And I'm going to paint it, and we're going to just tell this incredible story. And that's how I started painting that guy. There you go. So it's just little things, using your imagination, finding where your mind goes. Where did you get the tree? It is from Oathsworn. I got it from Toby, one of the designers, and we're going to be doing some really cool things. Chiller Theater, yeah, remember that? Remember he came out with, hold on, there we go. Chiller. I found that if you go on YouTube, you can actually see the trailer on a Channel 11. That's right, you're a Jersey girl, so you know what I'm talking about. Kabook, do you remember Creature Double Feature on Channel 5? I wonder if you saw that. And the guy, they were always showing the House on Haunted Hill. I used to love watching that. And then after wrestling on Channel 9, they had the Creature show, and I would get in so much trouble because the movie wouldn't end till 3 in the morning. So I would watch wrestling from midnight to 1, and then the monster show would come on, and it would go to just about 2:33. I get in so much trouble. So excited for Oathsworn. So glad you're getting to do some stuff with them. Yeah, it was kind of kooky, but just some weird things. Showing horror movies on the weekend. Oh, God. I love WPIX. Soylent Green. Charlton Heston has to be considered one of the greatest actors of all time. Soylent Green, The Omega Man, Planet of the Apes. Think of all the sci-fi stuff he did. Oh, who's tagging me? Rick. Josh Gordon to Seattle. I knew it. Go Hawks. The Last House on the Dead End Street trailer. That was good. Godfather 1 and 2. Those were both good. Jaws was a big one. Boy, The Sting. How many of you saw The Sting? Tom's from Jersey too, so I remember all that stuff. See? That's some great stuff there, folks. Just I love those kids. I really do. Omega Man was so good. And at the end he gets killed and his blood goes in the water. And that way, when they drank the water, they were going to get the immunities. And then, who cannot forget Edward G. Robinson in Soylent Green, when all he wanted to see before he died was nature. And Charlton Heston comes in the room, and he has this reaction. And this is how great of an actor he was. He comes in, he goes, I didn't know. I couldn't imagine. And he's looking at trees and life and all that the earth was before it was overpopulated. Oh, man. The Sting was great. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Is it safe? Spits right in the thing. But my money's in there. Yeah, there's 2 dead bodies in there too. Come on, I gotta get you out of here. I watched Creature Feature, the Monsters movies, Sons of Svengoolie. Svengoolie is on here. How about all the Irwin Allen stuff from the 70s? One of my favorite was Land of the Giants. I have that ship somewhere. I built it, painted it, and I did something really cool with it. I have some Lost in Space stuff that was absolutely cool. Journey to the Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, which was phenomenal. The movie was good with Walter Pidgeon, if you remember that. Hats off. That was in the 70s, though. A lot of that stuff was the 60s. Zachary Smith. Okay. Sorry, I was looking at my phone. Elvira was good. There were just so much. Underrated old school sci-fi movie. Another Richard Matheson story, The Incredible Shrinking Man. That was so good. Doesn't get enough love. I think it does. First of all, the cat was just nasty, but I like that cat. You know, KTVU in San Francisco had CE. Okay, yeah, the original Svengoolie. He was cool. Boris Karloff hour. Alfred Hitchcock hour. Fridays were so cool because as a kid, now I don't want to go into too much of my personal life. You know, I try to, and I always try to be open and honest. You know, I didn't have a very good childhood. It was in front of a TV most of the time. You know, there were a lot of cold months, and we just go downstairs and just to get away from things. Yeah, Tales of the Dark Side. You know, but Fridays were special because Nanny the Professor, the Brady Bunch, the Partridge Family, and I was the Night Stalker at 10 o'clock. You really thought you were pushing your luck. Then you wake up Saturday morning and you have all, you had all the really cool. When we finally got cable, we were able to get the stations from Boston, Channel 38, and we would get all the really cool stuff from there. So we get wrestling in the morning. We would get monster movies at 1 o'clock. And then I'd try to keep myself busy from like 2 till 5, because then on Channel 9 it was UFO. Watching Godzilla versus the Smog Monster right now. Yeah, Monster. Oh, God. Channel 38 in the afternoon would show all the old Japanese movies. Oh, they were so good. Does anybody remember Starman? Now, if anybody remembers Starman and can tell me Okay? Because my brother and I used to do this in the backyard. I was Starman and he was the creature. Does anybody remember... The Invaders was good. Does anybody remember the old Japanese hero, Starman? It was black and white. I still have... Is it close? Is it around here? I have the VHS of it. I gave it to my uncle, and when he died, they handed it back to me. So I will never get rid of that cover. It meant a lot to me. Yeah, he fought this guy, this creature, where if it touched him, he would die. And they're like fighting all over the place, and it was just some of the coolest things. And my brother and I would fight in the backyard, and he would be the creature, with the eye on his stomach, and then he had those web hands and the really weird face, and he'd be like, and they were doing all, and Starman's flipping, kicking him in the face, doing this, doing that, and they're it was so good. It was so good. And watch the beginning and tell me you are not creeped out, even though it looks as fake as anything. When the whole planetary, all the different creatures from the planetary system get together and are talking. Yeah, the Invaders are on. I have all that stuff on DVD. I have so much on DVD, it's scary. The oldest I remember is Ultraman and Johnny Sacco. Johnny Sacco was so good, but do you remember at the end how... Giant robot! Giant robot! Come back, giant robot! He's flying off with the main villain. That was the end of Johnny, the giant robot. So good. So good. They never show the Hammer movies anymore on TV. I have all the Hammer movies, Kabuki. If you need copies, let me know. I can burn them for you. I am big on sharing DVDs. I have a collection. I have all the Saturday morning cartoons. I have all the UFOs. I have all the Space 99s. I have all the Invaders. You name it, and I have it. Dark Shadows. I have every episode of Dark Shadow. I have every episode of Doctor Who, except for the last 2 seasons. Which is just stupid of me. I should just go get them just to keep it going. I have all the Hammer movies. Those, are so good. I make my daughter watch them. I go, look, thanks, don't fret. I have a huge DVD collection. Well, we should find out what we don't have and burn it for each other. Okay? Help each other out. Okay, there you go. I still buy physical movies. I do too. Ultraman, I have everything of Ultraman. Oh, I think, who's coming out here? It's Gab. Gab, what do you got there? Come here. Oh, you guys are going to love this. Come here. What's this? Give me this. Really? Really? Get out of here. Get out of here, you tomato. Go. How'd you get that? Did Sissy give that to you? Oh, Spectre Man. Time Tunnel. Disclaimer, Rob is not allocating pirating movies. No, I'm not. I'm only... that are not copper. Exactly. I am... let me read this. I am not advocating pirating movies. I will only share things that are no longer covered by copyright protection. That's my lawyer. Do either of you have Flash Gordon? No, I don't. Flash Gordon. Yes, I have Flash Gordon. I don't. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Better put on my glasses next time I read. Sorry about that, Sean. Any minute now, here comes the... needed that. And I'm sitting there thinking, do I have... No, what? No! And it's live. I can't... Yeah, and I'm turning beet red. Oh, God. Please, honey, don't watch this. I was like, Sean, what is your... That's a good laugh. I think we all had a good laugh at that one. All right, so let's just cover really quick. We've got a major announcement coming on the November 10th that we'll be covering. War and Pieces, you're going to be seeing a lot more. We're going to be doing more live plays on the weekend when I can. Who remembers the old Rocket Man serials? I have all those. I have them all, Kabook. I also have the old Flash Gordon serials with Buster Keaton. I have Our Gang. If you remember Our Gang, I have all those. Craig T. Nelson. Hey! How are you? Okay? Baby's okay? All right. Gigi was watching our beautiful granddaughter. Oh, that little bundle of trouble. I wonder if I can show you guys what she was dressed up as. Okay, let me see if I can find this so I can share this with you all. No. Did you send me her Halloween picture? Here's little. Okay, there we go. That's Lily, my little Lily. And then let me see. They both dressed up. It was hysterical. It was on Instagram. That's where I gotta find it. I gotta find my daughter's Instagram. All right, come on. I don't want to bore these people to death. But I have to show you my little pumpkin pies. I follow... Okay, Miss Amanda. Where is she? Ah! There we go. Right at. Huh? She's skeleton. Yeah, baby. And then let me find Kate. There we go. And my boy Huddy. My boy Huddy, he was a Power Ranger, and little Lily was a unicorn. There we go. Buster Keaton, that would be different. Yeah, no, well, that's a real old one. Little Rascals, yeah, I got those. Buster Keaton. Oh, God, am I wrong? I have the old Rocket Man. I have so many old serials. It's ridiculous. Buster Keaton was one of my favorite TV shows growing up. But they also did shorts, which was really good. So, Godzilla lover, how are you? Got something special for you too. I kept on. I was informed that I can't eat certain things, so I sent this picture to my daughter, letting her know that I was not happy about finding out that I can't eat certain things for a while. Let me see if I can find it, because it's pretty funny, because all she got was this picture, and I thought of you. And of course I'm never going to find it when I need it, because I don't have my glasses on. Oh, there we go. So this is my expression when you tell me that I can't do something. That is, I will send that to them, letting them know I am not pleased. The loud buzzing spaceships and the sparklers flying out of the back. Classic. I knew it was a buster. There you go. Sitting there trying to fight with Citadel Finecast and find it hard to concentrate with all this brilliant movie banter. Do you have the Hammer TV series box set? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. How could you not? How could you not? So yeah. So we were going over the auction. The auction ends 12 noon. We added some things to Lot 7. We added Terror Below, Super Punch Fighter, and Wacky Races, the board game, which is actually pretty good. Wacky Racers was a good cartoon, too. Only one season, but that Smedley was my boy. Lot 7 has no bids on it, so you're going to want to try to do that. And listen, I have Hate, which is a very good game, and some people may find it a little controversial, but when I finally went over the game, it's not as bad as you think it is. I think the trailer was worse than what the figures are, because when I look at the figures and all the stuff, and I went through the cards, it wasn't that bad. It may be rough for younger kids, but it is a good war game. It is a good skirmish game. I think if you look at it, and the figures are ridiculous. You've seen me paint some of them, so that is really, right now, I think the bids are like, it's under $100, and that game was a $250 game. So you can't get this very cheap. So I don't mind sending it to you guys. All this stuff, I don't care what it goes for. I need to get it out of here because we've got more stuff coming in, and I got more stuff I have to clear out of here because we are making some changes, like I said, and we're going to be doing we're just going to be having fun. We're going to be together, and we're going to do the best I can as long as I can, as long as the good Lord gives me. So there you go. I think that's about it. So November 10th, there'll be a vlog. I'll set it up ahead of time next week. I'm going to Board Game Geek Con on the 20th to the 24th. So if you're going to be there, make sure you stop by and say hi. I'm really going to be taking it easy. I'm going to try to talk to some distributors and try to. I've got a few ideas that with Aldi that we're going to try to do. Such a shame it was Kickstarter only. Hate looks amazing. Well, you can get it here dirt cheap, Nick. Just go bid on lot 1 at novaprime860@hotmail.com. And then more War and Pieces. No more videos on the weekend. It'll be more live stuff. Tomorrow is the last one. A matter of fact, tomorrow, the last Saturday video ever, happens to be an Everything Epic game, believe it or not. And sure enough, who pops in than our good friend Christopher Bartles, the owner, the champion, the great one of, yes, you got it, Everything Epic Games. And what are we talking about tomorrow? We are talking about Big Trouble in Little China expansion and how cool it is and how brilliant it is. You need to check it out. Let's see. Postage to Ireland would be crazy. Well, if you want it bad enough, Nick, and you make the right bid, maybe I'll eat some of the postage. That's the kind of guy I am. We can talk about it. That's for sure. I always try to be fair to everybody. Even our friends overseas, I always feel bad when it's tough to get stuff over to them. Haha, epic. Speaking of which, he's got a couple of games that are coming out that I cannot wait for. They are on my most anticipated games, and I am just hoping they come soon. That's for sure. I still want to play Big Trouble. Kabuki, you need to play it. It feels like the movie, and I'm telling you right now, it is probably... Well, I am doing my top 109 games of all time. I guess you're just going to have to find out where it shows up, because it's definitely in there. because it is just fantastic. CA Wolf Clam, how you doing, my friend? I'm sending Secrets of the Lost Station to you soon. Ooh, you know we're going to paint that up live and in color. And we're going to play that. 108 minis. We're going to have to paint that very fast so you all can see how awesome this thing is going to be. We need a Fifth Element game. See, when you go to him, you know he's going to do it too. Big Trouble is awesome. I had a big fail a few years back showing the Big Trouble in Little China movie to my boyfriend and a friend of his. They both hated it. You know, it's one of those funny things. Haha, that'll be epic. And I'm going to get back to Christopher because he's awesome. And thank you for sending that to me. I really appreciate that. And I promise you, Christopher, I will give it the treatment it deserves. There's no doubt about that. I will definitely give it the treatment that it deserves. Do you have Big Trouble in Little China in one of those auctions? No, because I'm keeping that. That's mine. I'm having them airship now so we can send them to you. Wow, that's amazing. I've been looking forward to that game for almost 3 years now, two years. You know, from the first time that they were thinking of doing the Kickstarter, and I saw the prototype before they were even thinking about it. And I love Secret of the Lost Tomb so much. It's such a good... The system is just so fantastic. But this thing is going to be, well, out it. But I promised him I was going to paint these things to the nth degree. And I saw some of the things, and I go online every once in a while and look because I map it. I map everything I do. Like, you know, this big fella here, he was mapped before I even thought about it. I go, what do I want this guy to look like? Boom, bang. But just a great job, and I not only is he a friend of the show, but he's a personal friend, and has always been just one of those guys I admire a lot. He's always been kind to me. He remembers us when we were nobody. We were just this little itty bitty channel, and he was just as kind to us as he was any of the big channels. He was just kind to everybody. And you know, now that we're, you know, mediocre channel, you know, middle of the road, you know, he's the same guy, same hug for me every time. So it's not to be a towner, but are they shutting down the Valkyrie Kickstarter and rebooting it next year? I don't know. I haven't heard anything. I hope not. I really hope it funds. I was going to do a live playthrough soon, but if they're going to shut it down, maybe I won't. I'll figure it out. We'll take it from there. It's kind of hard to convey that game, I think, because people just go, oh, I play Battletech. But it's nothing like Battletech, and I think a number of channels, along with myself, try to convey that message. I hope the minis are better. What minis are better? Yes. Okay. I think I missed something there. All right, well, listen, I've been on for an hour. I like to keep things kind of short. But I think we got across everything. For those of you that haven't seen some of the announcements, just go back to the beginning. I announced everything pretty quickly, and then we got into music, we got into movies, we got into TV. I'm trying to think what else we covered. We didn't cover toys yet, and we will cover toys maybe the next time we get together. But November 10th, you're gonna. If I have time, I'll try to fit in a live play this weekend. Or maybe I'll just tape some things. This tank duel, I think, will be a lot of fun. So I'm going to feel things out. I'm painting Cthulhu Death May Die. You got that to look forward to. We've got all these wonderful videos. You got Agents of Mayhem that I finished up. You're going to see. Yes, they have canceled the Kickstarter. Oh, for crying out loud. Poor Dan. I feel horrible now. Why would you cancel it? The Vicar was canceled according to the page. Reaper Bones Kickstarter ends tomorrow. We've covered... Oh, yeah, we covered that too, Sean. I'm not going to say it. That's too bad. Everything epic. You're the man. Keep up the epic work. Thank you, my friend, and just know that you are the best. And like I said, good friend, and a good friend for life. That's for sure. Hey, I had a great time spending some time with you. It's nice to spend a Friday afternoon with you. I hope you all enjoyed this. Now I got to go see my beautiful wife. And we're going to just, I imagine they will come back again with the Kickstarter. I hope so. They are retooling and will be back, update available on their page. Cool. The minis for the Secret of the Lost Tomb were too bendy. Well, it was a tough plastic thing. I think they learned a lot from that. When you see Rambo that's coming soon, and when you see what they're going to be doing with Secret of the Lost Station, trust me, you watch what I do with those things. Okay? You saw what I did with the Rambo thing and the little talkie thing I had. Check it out. All right. Hey, you guys are the best. I love you all. Remember, be kind to each other. And especially here, just be good to all each other. That's all I can ever ask of this channel, is that we just be good to each other, because it makes us all feel good the same, and we all take good care of each other. And that is a beautiful thing. Tomorrow's never guaranteed. You don't know what it's going to bring. Just love each other. Care for your neighbor, no matter who, what they are. It doesn't matter. Good people deserve good things. And bad people deserve to see good things. So maybe they could turn it upside down. There we go. Until next time, it's your old pal Rob saying, I love you all, and I will see you soon. Now, Helen, I'm holding on. I'm holding on, and I'm letting Chris answer a few things. They are high-quality resin minis. Get some of that. And they have their own foam cases, too. I'm glad he got all that in. And I'm glad I got that in. Wait till you see these minis. Secrets of the Lost Station coming to this channel soon. Chris just told us. Breaking news. Here. Okay, gotta go.